Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another great episode. We are here at the EPCOT Festival of the Holidays here in Walt Disney World, Florida. And we are here to see the Candlelight Processional. So it is going to be a fun episode, but stay tuned. We are not just going to show you the Candlelight Processional in its entirety, so this is a long episode, but we are actually going to show you all the things that you need to know about what to do for the Candlelight Processional. So we're going to show you all the do's, all the don'ts, all the things you don't want to waste your money on, the things you do want to waste your money on. So stay tuned. But I will put a link right down into the bottom that will let you skip right past the Candlelight Processional and go straight to all the great information that you want. So check it out right there in the description. Click on that link if you don't want to see the Candlelight Processional because you want to be surprised. But for everybody else, stay tuned, watch the Candlelight Processional, and then at the very end, we're going to talk about all the tips and tricks and the things you need to know before you come here to see it. All right, as I said, we are here at the EPCOT Festival of the Holidays to see the Candlelight Processional, and we are here to see BART MILLARD. He's doing the narration. He's from the spectacular, amazing Christian group Mercy Me.
I'm so excited.
His main song, I Can Only Imagine, went totally viral. Went totally mainstream. It was on all sorts of radio stations, not just Christian stations. And then there was a movie with Dennis Quaid in it. I Can Only Imagine. Great movie, very heartwarming movie. You got to catch it out. Check it out. So we are here to see Candlelight Processional. We do not have a dining package. We do not have a reserved seat. What we do have is we're going to try and get in line. So we will let you know how all this goes and what our experience was like. So stay tuned. And we're gonna jump to the actual Candlelight Processional, which is like 45 minutes-ish long. So as I said in the intro, if you want to skip it, down below in the description, there's a way to get straight to the action and to learn about all the things. Also, I'm realizing that I really need to get a tan because looking next to her, man, apparently I've not been in the sun very much. She's been in the sun a lot. She was at the beach.
Working. I'm not.
I need to get a serious tan. They just turned the light off on us.
Yeah.
So that's kind of dodgy. Can you turn our light back on? Anyway. So stay tuned. Here comes the Candlelight Processional in its entirety, uninterrupted, and right after this, we will give you all the tips and tricks and the things you don't want to miss.
To the Candlelight Processional. Tonight's presentation is under the baton of conductor Dr. Jeffrey B. Redding. Dr. Redding received the 2019 Grammy Music Educator Award. He is also Director of Choral Activities at the University of Central Florida, as well as the founder and executive director of the Orlando Choral Society. stage the Voices of Liberty and the EPCOT Candlelight Processional. welcome this evening's special guest narrator, BART MILLARD.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I am so excited about being here. I'm excited about being anywhere and seeing people. It's been a crazy year and a half, and I just think this is a big deal. This is the first one back, and can't mess this up. So, wish I was singing, but I have to read. So I'm really nervous. Anyway, I'm not sure if you know, but Walt Disney began the tradition of the Candlelight Processional at Disneyland over 60 years ago. This year, Walt Disney World celebrates 50 years of magic here in Florida, and in that time, literally millions of guests have enjoyed the Christmas story, the traditional carols, and especially the glorious music of the holiday season. To continue this marvelous heritage, I invite you to sit back and enjoy our magnificent orchestra and this awesome group of singers. Now let us begin. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin who was betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And he came to her and said, "Greetings, O favored one, the Lord is with you." But she was greatly troubled at the saying, and tried to discern what sort of greeting this might be. And the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus." And it came to pass, in those days a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. And all went, each to his own town. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth to Judea, the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed, who was with child. And while they were there, the time came for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. And in the same region there were shepherds out in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were filled with great fear. And the angel said to them, "Fear not, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord." there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards all. When the angels went away from them into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, Let us go over to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has made known to us. And they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in a manger. And when they saw it, they made known the saying that had been told to them concerning this child. And all who heard it wondered at what the shepherds told them. Now after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose in the east, and have come to worship him. And when they saw the star, y'all buckle up, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. Let's go. Oh, sorry. And behold, the star that they had seen went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Then opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The story of the birth of Christ has been told and retold for over 2,000 years. About 200 years ago, in a small church in Austria on a quiet winter's day, the organist Franz came to the young priest Joseph Moore and said, "Father Joseph, the church organ is broken, and we will have no music for the Christmas Eve service." Later in the day, as Joseph made his rounds, he visited a home where a baby had just been born, and he thought about the birth of the baby Jesus. Inspired by the miracle of life and love, comforted by the peace that fell over the town, he rushed back to the church and wrote a poem. Joseph said to Franz, "We may not have the old organ, but if you can play the guitar, then maybe we could have a new song instead." Franz said, "Father, I only know 3 chords." My band would say that's enough. "Then let's make a song with 3 chords. Well, Franz used what he knew and slowly and carefully pulled forth a tender melody from those 3 chords. And lo and behold, he had composed the most beautiful and beloved of all the Christmas carols. heavenly peace. It is a gift bestowed upon us all during this special time of year. Tonight, people around the world mark this joyful season with heartfelt sentiment, as we each treasure our unique holiday traditions of family, faith, and culture. Let us join together in celebrating the birth of the blessed baby in a manger, and rejoice in the universal message of peace on earth and goodwill toward all. Joy to the world.
Joy to the world, our Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare food and nature sing.
And here's the greatest news of all. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Hallelujah.
To everyone joining us this evening, thank you. I sincerely enjoyed being here, and I hope that you have enjoyed this Candlelight Processional. Someone asked me not long ago, how has things changed after the pandemic? And I told them, I have become more grateful about everything. Grateful for you, for this, for my family being here. And in a time where life moves lightning fast and we stare at our phones more than our neighbors, I'm grateful to Walt Disney for keeping this tradition alive. Because Lord knows we need to be reminded of a hope much greater than ours. So however you celebrate during this time of year, may you and yours find the love and joy and peace of this holiday season. God bless and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone! We'd like to take a moment to extend our sincere thanks to our cast choir, orchestra, conductor, the Voices of Liberty, and to tonight's guest narrator, BART MILLARD, as well as all of you. How wonderful it is to come together and celebrate the sentiments of the season. We hope you enjoy the rest of your night at the EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays, presented by Advent Health. We remind you to check your holiday passport for information about the other holiday offerings here at EPCOT, and for our nighttime spectacular, Harmonious. From all of us at the Walt Disney World Resort, we wish you and yours a meaningful holiday season and the happiest of New Years.
Okay, so we just got finished with the Candlelight Processional, and before we jump into all the stuff that we learned and we figured out while we were here, it was awesome.
Loved it. I loved it. I
So
love
good.
it every time we've seen it. I love
Yeah,
it.
the music was awesome.
Yeah, it never disappoints.
Narration was great. The story was great. You know, the meaning behind the
The
holidays,
choir
the
is
meaning
really
behind
good.
Christmas, all that stuff is cool. It's really good. I love BART MILLARD, and I love Mercy Me, his group. I love his music, his songs. Everything is amazing, so it's great to see him. We've gotten to see a lot of cool people. We've seen Jim
Yeah.
Caviezel. We've seen Edward James Olmos. That was great. I know Neil Patrick Harris is here quite frequently, pretty much every year except this year.
We had reservations to see Stephen Curtis Chapman.
Stephen Curtis Chapman
Yeah.
coming up. So I just love it. It's amazing. Okay. So jumping straight to a lot of the stuff. So like I said, we did not do a dining package. Dining
No.
packages fill up really quickly.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
right when they become available, they're gone. And they're expensive.
yeah.
They're pretty pricey.
Yeah.
So if that's your thing,
Do it.
have at it. Go for it.
If it's not,
You know, it's pretty expensive. If you can get it right away, if that's like a tradition of yours, come here for the holidays, do like the dining package with the family or whatever, or even solo, and then go to the Candlelight Processional, great. But the other options are they added some quick service dining options. So they had, which we mentioned in our weekly news update a couple of weeks ago, they have the Morocco Pavilion where you could do for $49.99, you could do a quick service meal, and then you got a reservation
Which is
for
pretty
reserved
pricey.
seating. I didn't see where the seating was, but I'm sure it was better than the seats that we had.
and it's $49.99
But it's
per person.
$49.99 per
Yeah.
person, and you get to choose like
Not per family.
two like small plates and a dessert,
Yeah.
and a non-alcoholic beverage. Then they had the American Pavilion, the smokehouse there, where you for $39.99, $10 cheaper, and you got some of the
Brisket
like
sandwich.
brisket and
Yeah.
mac and cheese and a s'mores
Yeah.
brownie and some cool stuff like that for $10 less than Morocco.
Yeah.
And then you get reserved seating at the Candlelight Processional. You basically pick your time. Now, I will tell you, those sell out.
Yeah, they do.
So when we got here a few hours ago, they were all sold out. They were gone. So I was correct in assuming when I said it in an earlier video, you need to get here really early to get even that quick service option, because you can only get them the day of. You can't like do a reservation ahead of time. You got to come here, go to the restaurant, and get it there. But you got to get here early. And I honestly don't know that like I don't know that I would want to get here like super early just to get a quick service reservation. So your other choice is to wait in line and hope for the best. Now I will tell you, there's some fireworks going off over there. I think it's Magic Kingdom. I think it's Magic Kingdom fireworks. Now I will tell you, there is a show at 5:15, 7 o'clock, and 8:30. Now that may change. They may have more when it gets closer to Christmas. Maybe they'll have more showings. I don't know. But right now, 5:15, 7 o'clock, and 8:30. We saw the 7 o'clock show just now, and you saw about where our seats were. We were sort of near the back, in the middle-ish, but over to the side a little bit. Pretty decent. There was like really no trees. I mean, there was like one dodgy tree kind of in our way, but honestly, no matter where you're at in that theater, there's a tree. There's like a handful of seats where there isn't right in the front, but like those are probably like the dining package seats. So overall, our seats were pretty decent. We got in line to see the show at 6:47.
Yeah, it started at 7.
So 13 minutes before the show started.
Yeah, and we didn't pay for anything extra.
We got in line. So we've done this before, and I just couldn't remember because it's been like 2 or 3 years since we've seen it, thanks to COVID. But it's been a couple of years, and I was like, I don't remember, and I don't know how bad it's going to be. So yeah, 13 minutes before it started, and by the way, there was still some seats.
Oh yeah.
Like I wouldn't risk like coming right at like 6:59, but like I think. So we could have probably sat in line for an hour and got a slightly better seat, but we literally just strolled in there at the last. We actually came here to catch the 8:30 show.
Yeah,
and we were like, let's just walk over, let's check out to see if any of the quick service food is available. If not, we'll do the wait in line thing. Let's look at the 7 o'clock show to see how early we might need to get in line at the 8:30 show. So we waltzed over there like 13 minutes before the show started, and we were like, wait a minute, there's a line and it's letting people in. So I asked the lady, I was like, do you think we'll get in? And she was like, yeah, you're good. And I was like, okay. So we just jumped in, and like I said, we got good seats, and we didn't have to wait really. So there you go. There's a tips and trick. You can do the dining package and pay a lot of money and get a really decent seat. Or you can do the quick service and choose your time, although the times will be based on what times are left, because I'm sure like I don't know which one fills up first or whatever, but like I'm sure they fill up and then they're done. Or you can wait in line if you don't want to pay any money whatsoever, like we did. So just a tip to save some money. I think the quick service thing is a great way to go if you want a reserved seat and save some money as well, save more money than the dining package. And then obviously you save no money if you do the dining package, but it's a cool experience. So it's different strokes for different folks. I think all those options are amazing, but just your preference, and just so you know. Now, if you come here on Christmas Eve, wait, when's the last show?
The 30th.
So if you come here on like Christmas Eve, I don't know that, waiting 13 minutes before it opens is going to get you a seat.
Although the reservations are the same.
But there might be more people here. So be careful if you're here the week of Christmas. You might want to get here a little bit earlier, but I doubt you're going to need to get here an hour or two earlier. So just some tips, just some tricks. I think you're good. When it does get closer to Christmas, we'll probably take another walk over here and just see if it changes how long you need to wait. I doubt it is going to change that much.
We've never done anything but wait in the line.
No, we've never done the dining package. No.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure. I think we came once on like Christmas Eve, and it wasn't that big of a deal. Yeah. So there you go. So there you have it. Tips and tricks. Save some money. Don't save some money. Spend more money and have a great experience with the dining package. Doesn't matter to us. We just wanted you to have all the information. But I loved the show. I thought it was fantastic. Amazing show. Amazing music. Amazing narration. I'm glad we came. So we hope that this episode has helped you. Or if you didn't care about any of that and you just enjoyed watching the processional and it was a great show, hope you enjoyed that. Although we had nothing to do with that other than the fact that we filmed it. So until next time, thanks for joining us. Another great episode. We will see you again tomorrow. Until then, the noble way
is the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.